Hello everyone. Thank you for watching. Again, this is just to compare between the different alarm systems that I went through my life after we bought this home. And we went through several systems, several companies, and the pitfalls of each of these companies, depending on how much you are really looking at your bill, you can see the difference. So in early 2000, when we bought this home, so we installed a traditional security system at that time. That is the only thing that's available, using a landline to communicate for protections, monitoring they call it. So we use one of the companies called Brink, and then Brink is now merged with ADT, I believe. So we installed, it cost, at the time it was $99, with limited motion sensors, doors, and as well as like a control pad, a keypad, and they have this power supply installed, and the computer, kind of like a small computer installed in a secret location, right? And we had it for many years, and we're still using landline. And at one point, when not Wi-Fi, but rather cellular signal become a little cheaper, they give us an option to upgrade. And so that when, in case, let's say, a criminal or thief decide to cut your telephone line, the system still communicate with the monitoring center, so they can protect the house, can call the police, fire, and so on and so forth. But at the time, it was like $15 additional on top of the monthly monitoring service. So fast forward in 2016, I was searching for a different alternative. Here's the reason why. Every so often, the company decide to increase the monitoring fee, and it started out with $25, and then if we didn't monitoring it, and by the time a year later, it went up to $45 or $50 a month. And so we have to threaten, say, hey, if you don't lower your monitoring fee, we will have to cancel it. And so they said, okay, we can do it. And then a year later, it creep up again. So we decided to look for a different alternative. So we was listening to radio driving home. And at that time, it was 2016 or 17, something like that. A new company came into to play, right? They call Simplisafe. And the price hasn't increased for sure. Since 2016. So we bought, at that time it was $299 for the system. They have so you can see here, this is Simplisafe. And of course, these are just some of the device, some of the accessory or gears that come with the Simplisafe system. This is an older version. This is the very first version that Simplisafe came out with. This is the keypad, okay, and the base station, where this keypad communicate with the base station, and the base station communicate with the server over the Simplisafe and the call center. And within here, there is a SIM card that can dial to the monitoring center, and it was good. I mean, to me, it is better, a lot better than other traditional company, where it's not creeping up again. So the basic monitoring for this one is still $14, but to get all the features out of this device, you need to have the app, the mobile app, which can enable you to activate monitoring, receiving text messages that communicate. That's what happened in your system. Or you can view your indoor camera if you choose to have indoor camera. But the limitation of this one is that you can only have up to 4 cameras. Right? So 4 camera, different point. Some of these houses, if you really decide to have it, you could have multiple, like 8 cameras. I like to have 8 cameras. Sometimes 12, right? Different angles. But Simplisafe say, well, for us to use a feature, the app, the mobile app, we have to pay $10 additional on top of the $14 monitoring service. At the time, I say, okay, we need it. So we say, okay, decide to pay for that service. Well, forward a few years to today. This is I just bought this Ring, right? A newcomer into security system, but the camera are exceptional. So all these devices are actually independent. You can actually record, put it over there. They protect it. They monitoring it for you. So I bought this during the Black Friday thing. They have it on sale. I bought it for $199, 14 pieces. Right? So you have two keypads, contact sensor where you put it at a door or windows, motion detector. You know if you put it in a corner when it's triggered, somebody walked by, it's triggered. Right? And of course they have the range extender, because these things are relies on Wi-Fi, but communicate between devices. So it does need a range extender so that throughout the house. So let's say you put your base station here throughout the house, I mean in a corner somewhere, then from one corner to the next, the farthest one, you might need an extender so that the base station can see the signal coming from that device or that contact sensor at a remote location, right? So basically, this one is very similar to the Simplisafe one. It has a base station, but this thing, the only thing that I really wish Ring does better is that it doesn't put the siren in this base station. Because let's say you want to put this base station near where, let's say your living room or your family room, so you can hear, let's say, the door open. It does have a 105 decibel siren built into it. So anything trigger and this thing sound, my gosh, you can hear it. It sounds really terrible. So, but the Simplisafe has a separate, it doesn't build into the base station. It has a separate siren, so you can install it up where, high up, and so it doesn't hurt your ears when it does go off, right? So talking about pricing, okay. The attractive about this system is that it does protect your system, monitoring the system with a fee, monthly fee. This one is Simplisafe was $14, a basic coverage. For Ring, the coverage is only $10 a month. That allow you to use the app, everything else. So it's $10, that's it. So to save almost $14 with Simplisafe, I decided to go with the Ring system. And so the app, the Ring, Ring is famous for that, the doorbell, right? They can send you messages and so on, that somebody's in front or trigger the thing. So it's been mature. The app is mature enough, and I say, okay, let's use Ring for our security system. So this $199 got me 14 pieces, 8 contact sensor, 2 keypads, so I can place keypad, where the common entries that we come in and out of the house, or in the master bedroom, so you can actually activate alarm when it's needed. And another thing that I wish Ring could do a better job at it is that the keypad itself. The keypad that Ring's current version require a plug, a power supply. With Simplisafe, just do battery. I rather prefer battery because you can just put the keypad anywhere without a power supply or power plug. And that's one of the downfall. Besides the siren built in and the keypad, I think I like it very much. It's for security system, easy installation. Just put these contacts, install where you want them with tape, and periodically change the battery. You don't require a technician to come into your house, and sometimes that would cost you additional money. It's usually $69 for them to come in and just to check on your system or to install additional accessory. Where this one we can do it ourselves, right? Behind here is just tape. Put in battery, tape it away, with the double-sided tape. You tape where you want it to protect, and voila, it's done. And so the setup is really simple. But with that, so I will let you guys know regarding the system and how it goes in a few weeks. See how it goes. But so far, I don't hear anything bad about it yet. With that, thank you very much for watching. Looking forward to our next video.